Hi, everyone, and welcome. If you're looking to get smarter, faster, and maybe, just maybe, dip your toes into automated Forex trading, well, you're in the right place.
Absolutely.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into something called the FAIDA Profit Matrix 5.90 EA.
hmm
We've got an article here that explains this trading system,
hmm
and our mission really is to figure out what it does, what's special about it, and what it might mean for you, the retail investor.
We'll try to keep the jargon down, promise.
Yeah, the big question is, can a trading robot really help the average person in the Forex market? Let's see what this article tells us about this specific EA.
It's pretty interesting how tech is moving into finance, making these sophisticated tools more available, isn't it?
It really is, and this article gives us a good look at the FIDA Profit Matrix 5.90 EA. It feels like part of that bigger trend, opening up strategies that used to be just for the big guys, the institutions.
Okay, so let's get into the nuts and bolts. This EA that stands for Expert Advisor. By the way, it's basically an automated trading system.
Right. Think of it like a robot that's always watching the Forex market. Its main job, looking at all the real-time data and then, well, making trades for you.
Exactly. It's not just watching, it's acting based on its programming, its algorithms. And the article mentions it's adaptable. That's pretty key, I think.
Adaptable how?
Well, market conditions change, right? So a system that can, adjust its strategy, that seems like a big plus. It makes you wonder what specific changes trigger those adjustments.
Right. And it looks like it's not just a one-trick pony either. The article says it uses different trading styles. Scalping.
Scalping for lots of small, quick profits.
Yeah, and trend following, which is more about catching those bigger market waves.
Exactly. So it's trying to be versatile, work in different situations. You could think of scalping like grabbing lots of little wins quickly.
And trend following is like riding a bigger move for longer.
Precisely. The goal seems to be performing consistently, whether the market is bouncing around a lot or moving more steadily.
And it does this using algorithms. Sophisticated ones, it says.
Yeah, those algorithms are the brain, essentially. They chew through data to spot what they think are good trading opportunities. They're probably looking at all sorts of indicators and price movements.
Okay, now this next part really caught my eye. Their risk management.
Ah, yes.
The article really stresses minimizing drawdowns. A drawdown, for anyone listening, that's like the drop in your investment value from its peak. So
Yeah.
this system is built to try and keep those drops small.
Which sounds really appealing for, the average person who wants to grow their money but is also worried about big losses.
Exactly, protecting your capital.
That focus on managing risk is very relevant. You want growth, obviously, but not if it means risking huge chunks of your money. The source highlights keeping losses in check while still aiming for growth. It's a balancing act.
A tricky one.
It is. And you'd want to know more about how they manage that risk, what specific controls are in place.
And then there's the way they charge for it. That's pretty different too, would you agree?
Oh, definitely. It's performance-based.
Right. They only make money if your account grows by more than 30% from its previous highest point, the high watermark.
Which really aligns their interests with yours, doesn't it? If you don't make significant profit, they don't get paid.
Yeah, it's not like a standard fee where they take a cut regardless.
Yeah.
This feels much more results-oriented.
It's a very different model from the usual asset management fees. Their payout is tied directly to hitting that growth target. It shifts the focus squarely onto performance, onto results, like the article says, not just speculation.
Another thing that stood out was the control you keep as the investor. You're not just handing everything over.
That's important.
You give it controlled access to trade, but you keep your main account password safe.
Yeah.
And you can stick with your own broker, apparently.
Which lowers the barrier, right? You don't have to switch platforms if you're already comfortable somewhere.
Yeah, and you can still watch your account, manage things. For someone new, maybe, the idea of a robot trading 24/7 is cool, but also maybe a bit unnerving.
I can see that. So this control aspect is probably key for building trust. You can use the automation, but still keep an eye on things, make sure it fits your own financial goals.
And it sounds like they keep working on it. It's not just set and forget.
Right. The article mentions ongoing development, regular updates, refinements based on live market data, new trends.
So they're trying to keep it sharp, stay ahead of changes in the market.
Which is essential in Forex. Things move fast. So that commitment to adapting the system over time, that's a potential benefit for users. It suggests the tool isn't static, it's evolving.
Okay, so if we sort of bring it all together, the main advantages seem to be the automated tech doing the heavy lifting,
The advanced algorithm.
paired with that specific focus on managing risk. trying to limit those drawdowns.
And the performance-based fee model.
Yeah, that pay-for-results structure, plus you keeping control over your account and broker.
Exactly. It packages the potential of algo trading with features that address common investor concerns about risk and control. It's an interesting value proposition.
Now, we absolutely have to stress this isn't investment advice.
Crucial point.
The article itself has a clear disclaimer. This is all for educational purposes. And it specifically notes that FAIDA Ventures Ltd. Isn't a regulated entity.
Very important distinction.
So the bottom line is, do your own homework. Really dig into it yourself, and definitely talk to a qualified professional financial advisor before making any decisions.
Absolutely, always.
They do provide contact info if you want to look further. FAIDA Ventures Ltd. Trading Desk, their YouTube is youtube.com at FAIDA Ventures, and Facebook is facebook.com/FAIDA Ventures.
And there are hashtags too, like hashtag automated trading, hashtag risk management, hashtag retail investing.
That disclaimer can't be overstated. Automated systems might sound appealing, but you have to go in with your eyes open, understand the risks, and get proper advice.
So quick recap. We've looked at the FAIDA Profit Matrix 5.90 EA, how it aims to automate trading, manage risk, its interesting fee structure, and the control aspect for investors. Hopefully this gives you a clearer picture. It definitely highlights how these kinds of tools are becoming more accessible, understanding how they work, their unique features. That's step one for anyone considering them.
Right. And that brings us to our final thought for you to mull over. Thinking about automated systems like this one, where else in your financial life could technology potentially play a bigger role? And maybe more importantly, what are the really crucial questions you need to ask when you're evaluating those kinds of tech-driven financial tools? Something to think about.